Okay, hi everyone, welcome. My name is Bridget and welcome to our New Zealand Side Hustle event. If you're watching it live tonight or if someone sent you this link, more than welcome. Thanks for coming on. Tonight we're here to share with you a couple of things really. First has been a little bit about our online health and wellness program and our beautiful products that go alongside it. And the second is about creating a lifestyle really, a freedom lifestyle that we all desire. So I'd just like you to sit back and relax and just have a listen with an open heart and an open mind. To get us started off, I'll tell you a little bit about me. I came across this program and products coming up 3 years ago now. I had struggled to lose post-baby weight after I had my daughter, and I tried what seemed like a million things. I came across a post on Facebook about an 8-week challenge, so I jumped on board. I managed to lose 6 kilos in 8 weeks, but it wasn't that made me kind of sit up and look at this products and this program. I had so many incredible results that I just hadn't really bargained for. I had more energy, my skin had cleared, my hormones regulated. I haven't had a migraine in about 2.5 years. And those are just a few of the amazing byproducts of having a healthy lifestyle, I guess. I found myself recommending the products in the program to absolutely everybody. And when the opportunity came to look into the business side, I thought, well, why not? But we'll talk about that in a little bit. First, I'd just like to bring on a very good friend of mine, Hannah, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about our products and our program.
Thanks, Bridget. Kia ora, everybody. Welcome. My name is Hannah Bucknell. I come from a little place called Ahipara in the very far north of Aotearoa, New Zealand. And I've been a part of this beautiful community for 3 years now, and it's been such an incredible journey. You'll hear that a lot. Everyone is pretty psyched to be here and be part of this beautiful community, but we all have our different reasons why. Big part of my pull towards this community, the product, the program, all of that was the fact that it's whole foods, it's very simple and easy, it makes a lot of sense, and it's whānau friendly. So not only was I investing in my own health when I came across this, I was also investing in my whānau's health holistically. So before Juice Plus, I was pretty run down. I just had my 3rd baby, and now reflecting back, I know that I had not really recovered from having my 1st baby 10 years prior. And things like just my hair always falling out, my nails being really brittle. That winter before I came across this program and product, I had developed tonsillitis for the first time in like 20 years. And my doctor even said to me, he said, you're really run down, you need something more, you need more. And to take care of yourself, you know, as a mum, and I'm sure a lot of other mamas can relate, we put everyone else before ourselves, and I'd definitely done that. I'd just come off the back of a 3-year degree, and I'd also really sacrificed my health because I was just so ingrained in learning and studying and all of that assignment writing and all that stuff. Plus, I also owned a traditional business in the transport industry. So yeah, I was pretty busy and pretty much putting everything else before my own well-being. And what I know to be true now is I am not use to anybody, sorry, if I am unwell. So I know, and I advocate now for women especially, but men as well, to take care of themselves first so that they can continue to give and contribute and provide for their whānaus and communities. And one way that I do that is with these products and this amazing program that has taught me so much about going back to the basics, really, going back to what our nannies and papas always told us, you know, live off the land, eat whole foods. I was brought up like that. And so that was why the whole foods aspect stood out to me, because I was like, oh yeah, I know that we should be eating more whole foods. So what Juice Plus did was they figured out a way to get 33 varieties of whole fruits, veg and berries into a capsule. Sounds simple, it really, really is. However, I know that I definitely don't get the recommended daily intake through my food alone. We don't recommend that you replace fruits and veg with these. However, we talk about bridging the gap between what we are eating and what we should be eating. So as I say, I definitely don't get the recommended daily intake of my fruits and veg every single day, which we need to thrive and heal and all of that sort of stuff and build our immune system. So Juice Plus does that job for me. So we're taking a few capsules every day and getting 33 varieties of fruit, veg and berries in our body every single day. And it's what I've noticed when I first started using it was the boost in energy. I had suffered from hemorrhoids. If you're a mama, you might know what that's all about. I had been suffering from them since my first baby 10 years prior, and had done all of the things. And nothing was working, nothing was sustainable. And a month into taking these products, they were fully gone, and I've never had any problems ever again. They've never come back. So I really, take my hat off to Juice Plus for providing me with that real healing from the inside out. So the fruit, veg and berries are our micronutrient, which maintain our immune system. So getting all that goodness from there's things like broccoli, parsley, tomato, carrot, garlic, beet, spinach, cabbage, mango, lemon peel, cranberry, orange. I mean, the list goes on. And that's supporting our immune system. And then we have a macronutrient, which is our complete powder. So it's not just a plant-based protein powder, but it's a great combination of protein, complex carbs, and good fats. And in there, you're getting super duper foods like spirulina, yucca powder, mushroom powder, which is incredible for your mental health, broccoli sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, the list goes on in there as well. There's about 20 superfoods all up on there. The cool thing that I really love about this product is that it's safe for pregnant, breastfeeding wahine, but also it's safe for my kids. So we can throw this into a shake in the morning. When my kids are being fussy about breakfast, I don't have to fight with them over that. I just say, okay, let's have chocolate milkshakes or vanilla milkshakes for breakfast, and everyone's happy. And I've got that peace of mind that they got all of that fantastic nutrients in their body. And then also that's supporting our digestive system. So that's your prebiotic, probiotic, and protein. And then to support our nervous system is the plant-based omega. So yes, you heard right, plant-based omega, no fishy burps anymore. I used to take those real big, huge fish oil tablets, and they just were not sustainable for me because I couldn't bear the size of them, but also having to deal with the fishy burps for the rest of the day. So I just wouldn't consistently take them because of that. These are beautiful. It's skipping the middle fish and going straight to the plant source. So they're going to the algae that the fish actually eat, and they're extracting the oils from there and mixing them with a beautiful plant blend of omega oils like raspberry seed oil, pomegranate seed oil, sea buckthorn oil, tomato seed oil, and safflower oil. Those are amazing for our nervous system, like I say, so our brain health, heart health, skin health, joint health. Omegas, everyone should be supplementing with. Incredible for our mental health. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, so nutrition plays a big part in taking care of our mental health. And if you had to start with one thing, I would highly recommend a great omega. So that's covering your nervous system, digestive system, and immune systems, which is an incredible combination of supplements. That's it. We don't have a big long catalogue of products or anything to remember. It's our key nutrients that we need, those basic foundational nutrients to bridge that gap, like I say. And then we have an incredible health program that you get plugged into, where it teaches you all about nutrition, how to make healthy meals. There's hundreds and hundreds of recipes, from like Snickers bars to KFC chicken, like all healthy, clean ways. And I've tried them and they're amazing, and they're all whānau approved for sure. What else you'll get in that program is exercise guides, a mindset series, so many different elements, you know, like a self-love guide, and it's very, very holistic, and I really love that about it. But then you also get plugged into an amazing community of people who are all on their own health journeys and sharing them, which keep you motivated and inspired at the same time, and you're feeling that connection as well, which is really important for our health, especially these days when there's all this talk about, you know, social distancing and, you know, not gathering in groups and things like that. Connection is really important for our health, and I believe that, you know, social media and these types of things give us that little dose of connection, like especially when we're not allowed to, you know, be around each other and touch each other and whatever. At least we can get that dose of community there. A couple more things I just want to mention about Juice Plus and why I think they're the most amazing company in the whole entire world, is because they care so much about our tamariki. So with any adult order of the fruits and veg capsules, adults can get the chewable form, by the way, too. You can sponsor a child's fruits and veg chews for free. So your child for free is getting 22 varieties of fruits and veg in their body every day through a chewable form, or you can get the capsule form if you're older children, so it's between 4 and 18, I think, that qualify for the sponsorship. And what we're seeing is less days off school, better behavior, better digestive system. I definitely noticed that in my kids when they first started taking these, was that they became a lot more regular with their bowel motions and things like that. So I was like stoked that their that their digestive systems were working properly. And also we don't get sick. Like, if we get sick, it's probably a little bit of a sniffle. It's maybe a couple of days max, but like the last 3 winters has been incredible. Whereas we were used to, before that, going to doctors for ear infections and throat infections and chest infections, and it was just normal. It was like, oh, well, yeah, it's winter, of course this is happening. But what I know to be true now is that that is not the normal. It doesn't have to be like that. If we're supporting our immune systems really well, and living a healthy lifestyle, then that stuff is totally avoidable, really, really avoidable. One more thing, Nutrition Plus. Nutrition Plus is our charity arm, and a portion of sales goes to our charity arm. And what Nutrition Plus does is they sponsor and raise funds for Indigenous communities of children in Australia and Aotearoa. I personally have benefited from the charity foundation and being able to get funding for our local school, Ahipara School Garden project, and so Nutrition Plus granted like $5,000 towards we've got an orchard and garden going there. Also another one of my teamies who is a youth worker, and she does like an after school program. They sponsored the shakes and the chews for the after school program. So those kids who are benefiting from the youth program are also getting free access to these incredible products that are, by the way, the most highly researched product of its kind in the world. There are studies upon studies upon studies done on these beautiful products, and that's why I'm super duper proud to be part of this community. But what really matters are the stories, are the health transformations and lifestyle transformations that you're going to hear tonight. So I'll pass it back to you, Bridge.
Cool. Thanks, Hannah. Thanks so much. Lovely to have you on tonight. So yeah, like Hannah said, the real thing is hearing the stories, and you heard a little bit of my story and a little bit of Hannah's story, and now I'm going to pass you on to Ellie if she's available, and I'd love to hear a little bit of your journey, Ellie. Can you press unmute?
Yeah. Hey guys, sorry, I've just got a little bit of a grizzly baby here tonight, so I'm just juggling him on my knee. But I started on the products just over 2 years ago now, and it has been amazing. I've got so many things out of it I wasn't expecting. At the time, I was really burnt out and overwhelmed. I was coaching 2 rugby teams, and I was doing rugby admin in schools. I was doing a lot of traveling, like traveling 4 or 5 days a week, and late nights and games, and my life was crazy. I also had a full-time job and a family and farm, so I had kind of overstretched myself. And I was feeling, I guess, really overwhelmed, and I got to the point of burnout, I guess, where I just kind of was ready to crawl under the covers. Apart from those things, I had also been dealing with infertility for a couple of years, and wasn't getting anywhere with that. I was feeling like my hormones were out of whack. I tried different supplements. It was kind of like a needle in a haystack. I didn't know what I was trying to fix, and I didn't know how to fix it. So I started on the products, and I was quite skeptical to start with, I guess, because I'd tried so many other things. And and after 2 weeks, I remember just waking up one morning and I was like, wow, I feel pretty good, and I've got quite a bit of energy, and I'm actually looking forward to my day and bouncing out of bed instead of dragging my ass out of bed. Apart from the changes that I was hoping to improve on, I also noticed things like I had psoriasis on my cheeks. I'd had my whole adult life really dry, scaly patches. Tried all sorts of things. I didn't want to go down the steroid route. The doctor had said, "Oh, I'll give you some steroid cream," and I was like, "No, I don't want to do that. I like to keep things natural as much as possible." And the things I loved about the products were that they were natural, and my body would absorb them and recognize them easily. So all my psoriasis cleared up, which was amazing, and my hair and my skin and my nails and everything has been fantastic. So yeah, I don't know, it's just changed so many things for me in my life. Obviously my fertility sorted itself out because I have this little guy here. So that was an extra bonus too. He was about 7 months after starting on the products. He turned up. So it's been life-changing literally for us. My husband's on them, my children are on them. We hardly ever get sick. If we get sick, it doesn't last as long and it's not as severe. And I just wouldn't be without them anymore. They're my health insurance, I guess. So that's my story.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ellie. I really appreciate you getting on. And this is a great example of what you can do with this business, with the baby on your knee. So a lot of us are juggling this at the same time. So I think we're going to switch gears a little bit now. I'm not really sure, I didn't tell you before that I also have a traditional business. So I own a very successful catering company as well. When I first looked into Juice Plus, I love the idea of it, but I was so scared that I wasn't going to have enough time, to put into it really. And I found out that it was actually only $172.50 a year. And so after spending like 200 grand on my own catering company, I was like, well, it's kind of a no-brainer, but how am I going to work this? How am I going to do this justice? I realized once I got into it that this is a business in a box. Everything is set up for you. There's so much mentorship. There's so much help. We're all here to hold your hand along the way. Sometimes I work 17-hour days with catering in the summer. And I'm complete proof that this business can be done in stolen moments around other jobs or life commitments or anything that you've going on. So I'm so grateful that I said what if, and now I can pick and choose my catering jobs. I only have to work 6 months of the year, and I get to spend more time with my family, which is a big plus for me. So I would love to bring on a good friend of mine, Stacey. She's all the way down south. Stacey, you want to come off mute? And I'd love to hear.
You've gone on to mute. I don't know what you're asking me to do, but hi everyone.
Hi, sorry. Sorry. I'd love to know what attracted you to this business in the first place, and did you have any kind of reservations when you first started?
Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Stacey. I'm a solo parent here in Christchurch, New Zealand, as you all know, because most of you are Kiwis. But so what attracted me to this business in the first place was I was in a crap situation. I was in a toxic relationship. I had 16-month-old twins at the time, and I was struggling financially. We were struggling financially, I should say. And I had to look at either going back to work or doing something from home. Now, that something from home kind of ticked over a couple of times in my brain, and I was like, I could do it, but I could never find anything that I really liked. I didn't want to do makeup. I don't wear makeup, and I'm not paying $50 for a mascara when I can buy it for $10 at Kmart down the road. So I didn't want to do anything I wasn't, that didn't click with me, that didn't resonate with me. So I reached out, I found this awesome product online. I was like, what is that? I reached out and I resonated with it, but I actually said no. I said no to it because I was so scared that I would fail. I was scared that I wouldn't find a customer or anything like that. I was scared for what people thought of me. So for 4 months, I went, nah, can't do it. Nah, no way. Even though in the back of my mind, I was like, what if? And I was. And 4 months later, one of my antenatal mums was doing the business. And I went, you know what? Stuff it. For the price of a pair of shoes, you know, I could have a business for a year. If I failed, so what? What have I got to lose? A pair of shoes? I buy a pair of shoes all the time and they sit in the wardrobe and I don't wear them. So, you know, I'm here 3 years later with an amazing business that has pretty much transformed my whole entire life. It gave me strength to give up my relationship that was just toxic and horrible. My mum and my sister went through that solo parent thing, so I didn't want to be the same as them, living off the benefit for the rest of my life. So I was really afraid of that. And yeah, so this business has completely changed where I'm at. It's like a big personal development course. I've gone through that toxic relationship. I've been called stuff every day. I was damned if I did and I was damned if I didn't. To being a solo parent, doing it 100% on my own because he's doesn't even care. So I'm doing it 100% on my own, and I have amazing support in the background. You know, I've just signed up for my 3rd year and I'm super, super excited because it's given me a direction and what I was passionate about when I was 16. And losing that through, I hated school, and losing that through, I didn't want to get an education because I didn't want to study because I was shit at school. So why would I be able to pass a degree or anything like that? So I went into hospitality. So for me, this is life changing because it's given me that strength to step up into my greatness pretty much and follow my passion, and my passion is food. And like I said, I get support. Everyone, you know, helps each other out. We all get trainings and stuff like that, and you know, you can't fail this business. If you fail, you just give up pretty much. So for me, it's been amazing.
Awesome. Thanks, Han. The thing that I love about this so much is that I think I've met Stacey once. I've never met Natane. I haven't met the rest of you on here. I've met Hannah maybe twice. I've got all these friends all over New Zealand that just feel like family. It's incredible. I love this part of the business. So now I'd love to bring on Natane, and I'd love to ask you, what is it for you that attracted you to the business? And when you first started, did you have kind of any reservations before starting?
Hi, yeah, so my name's Natane, and I have been a part of this incredible business and community for just over 2 years now. And I started when my little girl was just 2 weeks old, but prior to joining this, this online business, I was working in the corporate world, and I guess for a time I felt like I was being successful and I was doing all the things that we were supposed to be doing. I went to university and I started to work my way up the corporate ladder, but I just got to a point in my life where I wasn't feeling fulfilled. I was craving more of a sense of purpose. I just wasn't in alignment with my values. And for me, I just got to a point in my life where I just started to really look at that. And so, this is kind of where this business kind of popped into my life. I was craving time freedom, financial freedom, and just to be living life more on my terms. So I watched, an event very similar to this, and I got all my questions answered. And I think when I first, watched this, a couple of the reservations that came up for me was that I didn't believe that I could do it, or I felt, I didn't have that self-confidence or self-belief that I could actually really make this happen for me. I wasn't very active on social media. I also wasn't like the healthiest, like my healthiest self. I was in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy. I was just about to have a baby. So I guess in my mind, I had all of these reasons why I couldn't or why I shouldn't do it. But there was something within me that just felt very gravitated toward this space, that felt very, I guess, more in alignment with what I wanted to do with my life and how I wanted to show up. So the idea of, being able to create an income, making a positive impact has always been something that, has been of value to me. So for me to be able to do that and then, potentially not have to go back to the corporate world after maternity leave was such a huge, just a really amazing opportunity for me to actually explore. So I said yes. And I've been here for 2 years, or just over 2 years. And it has definitely been the best decision that I made. And obviously all the other women have said exactly the same thing. And it's not just because I have been able to, resign from corporate, which has been probably one of the best things because I get to watch my daughter grow up. But the personal development that I've gone through, the growth and me stepping more into my power and, my personal confidence and self-esteem and all of those things that I didn't really think or expect to get through this business, as well as, such an incredible community of like-minded and inspiring women that have always really been there to cheer you on. So it's been such an incredible journey. And I think that, so often we can kind of get into our heads of why we shouldn't do something. But I think when you kind of tune into your intuition of, what excites you or what you kind of feel gravitated towards, I think it's just, I suppose, really listening to that side of things, because you actually really never know unless you try. And if I didn't, take that little, I guess those few brave steps to say yes to this, then it's really just changed my life in the most profound way. So, that's, I suppose, my story.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I love it. And I really feel that, if you follow what is in your heart, doors just start to open, So if this feels like something that resonates with you, things will happen and doors will open. So I'd just like to thank all of you for coming along tonight. And, if anything that we've shared tonight resonates with you, whether it be with the products or the business side or both, then please just get in touch with the person that invited you here tonight or sent you the link. I know, when I first watched an event, I had a million questions, and I'm so glad that I got those answered. So I'd just like to leave you with this. What if you could create success? So thank you so much, everyone, for listening, and we'll see you in the space pretty soon. See ya.